It is the Raw after Insurrection 6th of May 2002, and it's a brand new era. WWF. Nay more. It's WWE.
WWE is born.
Yes, so we get, I mean, I actually like this. Good day off out. You know, no bad.
I know, a great wee segment with the whole lawn grass cutting, trim the hedges, and left disappears and up in flames, and then you got the WWE logo. Fucking great. I mean, see, could you imagine nowadays if they'd done it? It'd probably just be a.
Get the fuck
it'd
off.
be like a then they have the old logo, like, and then like now they'd have the real logo, and then forever they'd change it to the new logo, and it'd be pish. Wouldn't it be some cool grass cutting fireworks anyway? That's for sure.
Nope, but first up we have Trish Stratus versus Jazz for the women's title. Seems like we've seen this match about 100 times.
But this match was great.
Aye, because we had hardcore and fucking.
Yeah, but like, I mean, it was a lot better than any. Like, Steve, I mean, this is not, you didn't want to start with just a Trish Jazz match, but it turned out not to be that. It ended up, it was fucking mayhem. Stevie Richards hits the Stevie kick on Trish, and I thought she was going to kick out. That's how much faith I have in Stevie Richards. But nah, Stevie kick got the job done. Jazz picked up the win, retained the belt, and then a bunch of guys ran out and basically battered Stevie Richards for the title.
Bubba Ray was over here like he was fucking Hulk Hogan.
Over like Rover. I mean, fucking Bubba Ray comes out and the crowd are going mental. Trish ends up winning the hardcore title after Crash Holly and Just Incredible. Then Bubba accidentally puts her through a table.
But this wasn't well done because he was going to do it anyway for the fire extinguisher spot.
He was going to do it, and then Jazz put the fire extinguisher in his eyes, and then we're made to like believe that he wanted to put Jazz through it. But even though on the time he put Trish through it, he probably would have rather put Jazz through it, but he still was going to put Trish through it. You know what I mean? And then Stevie Richards out of nowhere, I'm thinking, fuck, Richards, get in there, you can win your belt back, and then you just see him get under the bottom rope, crawl over, and
Aye, but like Bubba needed to pin Trish to win the title when he first went to attack her. So there's not like, oh, he had to attack Jazz to win the. I mean, I thought it was actually a great opener, but that's a bit of a fucking mess what they did there, you know. But it's nowhere near as much of a mess here as what the next segment is.
Yeah, no, I to be fair, yeah, I wasn't. That bit was a bit weird, but apart from the maybe that's just overthinking wrestling. Sometimes with wrestling, you just need to let things slide a bit, don't you?
Ah, but I mean, it was a pretty fucking. It was retarded. Didn't
Well, I thought it was I thought so far we're just over 10 minutes in, and I thought, you know, fucking Raw's been.
Anyway,
had a great start to, and normally you wouldn't think fucking a start with just like someone. Listen, see if you say on the first 10 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got someone trimming some hedges, and a women's match with a bunch of jobbers running in. You'd think, oh, that fucking sounds a bit shite. But it was actually actually a really good opening
calling
to Raw.
Bubba Ray Dudley a jobber.
Alright, well, everyone apart from fucking Bubba Ray. But speaking
Tommy Dreamer wasn't in there.
Maybe it was.
Anyway, right, Big Show comes out.
Right to
the
censor in the ringside, by the way.
Fucking war, mate, but we're moving on to the next segment. Alright. Big Show comes out with the NWO, explains why he joined them, because fuck Stone Cold. Every time Austin's away, I'm in the world title picture. Mania 2000, I was there. Austin wasn't. So the Big Show essentially blaming Austin for all his failures in the company. So
yeah, but Big Show
one guy, like,
yeah, it doesn't really make sense because, well, I mean, surely if it was just Austin's fault, then Big Show would like be in every second last match.
Well, let's just look at it logically, right? Austin,
but I don't see how's Austin being back means Big Show's on the pre-show like Sunday Night Heat.
Right, but Austin's not held the belt since
Austins.
December, so what's his excuse there, right? And plus, there was 2 belts since like June, WCW and the WWF
and he couldn't get near one of them.
Exactly. So
fuck knows how he get in the Survivor Series team.
I know. Fuck him. He's pish. And JR buries him throughout the show for that.
I mean,
so.
you've got Scott Hall who just fucking looks like a star. You've got X-Pac prancing around in Kane's mask, which just fucking makes me laugh. I don't know why. And then stand beside him, you have the big 7 foot 500 pound big boring bastard show. So I mean, you know, it is what it is. I mean, JR's commentary was good, but it is what it is.
Next up though, with Willie Regal defeating Spike Dudley, and I mean, I'm surprised this match went 6 minutes 40. I thought that's fucking wrong. I thought it went about 10 seconds. Like,
if we're well, maybe it could be the intro as well. I mean, again, if you want to nitpick here, I don't think it made any sense the way William Regal says it to Spike Dudley. It's a shame you already agreed to this match before your injury, Insurrection. But the match at Insurrection was a title match as well. So why would you agree?
That's not really a pay-per-view, mate.
No, but he was defending the title. It's a bit weird that he would agree to. How can Spike agree to defend the title when he's already got a title defense before it? Do you know what I mean?
Maybe it was always in place, so regardless of what happens, there's going to be a title match.
Second one, right? All right, fair enough. Anyway, William Regal wins.
New European champion. We move.
He says
on.
He's the greatest European champion of all time, and I think
comes D'Lo Brown, and he's like, "No, I'm the greatest."
It's fucking funny, it came D'Lo Brown. So I take it we're gonna get a D'Lo Brown William Regal feud. Up next with Ric Flair. He wants to know what the NWO surprise is going to be.
Arn Anderson is just clinically depressed about Ric Flair.
I mean, no wonder if you had to spend that you only see Arn Anderson when it's a Ric Flair segment. So I mean, I would be clinically depressed.
I just look what he wears. He's just like, if Arn Anderson was sitting in a station wagon outside primary school, it wouldn't shock me.
Would Arn Anderson fit in like The Sopranos, sitting beside Tony?
Well, he is a fat, middle-aged bastard. Like, he probably would.
Right. Up next, I think best thing on the show this week for me, hands fucking down.
7-Eleven, oh heaven!
You got Booker T. At the store, looking at the cups, and he's thinking he's trying to get like a soda or a slush puppy.
Over at 7-Eleven.
I know.
For like,
Not quite 9/11, like, but you know, no far off it, like, is it? When you think about it.
2 days. 2 time.
Twin Tower champs. So anyway, Booker T's like wanting to get the slush puppy or whatever it is, or the drink, and he's like, "Oh, you ran out of Booker T cups and all this stuff," and
Slurpee, mate.
Slurpee. And then he goes up to the queue and he's taps this guy in the shoulder, and it's fucking Goldust disguised as I don't know, a jock or something. He's wearing like football gear. He wants another chance. He wants to be Booker T's tag team partner. All this stuff, and it finishes the segment where I'm saying, if you give me a sip of your Slurpee, I'll give you a fucking pint of my wiener. And Booker T freaks out.
No, brother, don't work for me.
I thought we were going to get a tell me I didn't just you didn't just say that, but we didn't get that. And then we come right back down to reality. We go from the best thing on the show to Ric Flair entering the NWO's locker room. And
discovers Bradshaw's hat.
An APA hat, and apparently that means could have been Farouk. Maybe Farouk came over to SmackDown, eh?
I mean, I get this is the setup, like, oh, they put the hang off, it might be Flair who's turning heel, but I don't know, I just fucking... What the fuck was this all about? Oh, he found someone's hat in someone else's locker room?
I get it. I mean, with hindsight, it's to try and make Bradshaw look like he's gonna...
I'm Flair not to be the guy, but...
Then with Undertaker arrive, he asks some guy to look after his bike. In the background, we see the NWO... Big Show, X-Pac and Hall. Are they waiting for somebody? What are they doing? We do not know, but they're backstage.
Big Show a taxi.
Wish it would hurry up and fucking come. Then with Shawn Stasiak versus Brock Lesnar again, and it's another win for Brock Lesnar. I mean, Shawn Stasiak, what a guy. I mean, one of the best things about the brand split, for sure, in my eyes. 100%. He's been one of the... I probably put... The only person I'd probably put above him, I think, just in terms of entertainment so far, has been William Regal.
Yep. And maybe Booker T, like.
Nah, maybe Booker T. The Booker T and Goldust stuff's been great, like. But I mean,
I'm too old for this shit.
The best feud I'd say since the brand split has definitely been Edge Angle.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, anyway, then we move on to
Undertaker's bike goes missing.
He's about to batter the guy that
he told to look after it about 10 minutes
right,
ago.
Then this is awkward. Hogan comes out to the ring on Taker's bike. He calls out Taker.
You're gonna stand there like the bitch that you are. Bro.
Yeah. So then Hogan like tries revving the bike, and he's like revving the bike as if he's going to come after Taker, but
stalls it.
Not once.
Numerous times.
I mean, the guy took about 5 fucking minutes to get up the ramp, and then it keeps panning to the commentary team, and Jerry Lawler's just looking at him as if, like, what the fuck is he doing? Yeah, I don't even think Jerry Lawler.
You know what? See, for the bike stalled, I thought it was a pretty great segment.
And then it comes back and it shows you Hogan still trying to go up the fucking ramp.
And then backstage, he's like,
awkwardly, and he's almost crashed into the side of the wall.
He's doing like a Flintstones, moving it with his leg.
You know what I mean? They say, oh, Hogan's a big bike guy. Watching this, you'd think he'd never rode a bike. You'd think it was fucking Gaming Jesus or Ron Perlman.
I know. What
Jesus Christ.
Who the fuck's that guy?
Anyway, then Hogan doesn't find Taker, but what he does find is a big truck, and Hogan, I mean, Hogan's a lot better driving trucks than his bikes. Just ask The Rock.
Yep.
And
What is The Rock, by the way? Not on this show.
Then he basically calls out Taker, says if he doesn't come out, doesn't show himself, his bike's going to be a goner. His bike's going to get 9/11. Taker doesn't show.
7-11.
But that's the thing. Like, later on, it shows you Taker looking at his bike, finding his bike, but
Where the fuck did he go?
It's almost as if he didn't know.
But see, this is what gets me, right? Say the bike doesn't stall. I think originally Hogan's supposed to chase Taker. But obviously, because Taker's got so much of a head start, did they change it? I don't know.
But you see, think about it. What if Hogan couldn't get... I mean, I think, see if they don't have that spot planned with the truck, Hogan just gets off the bike and chases Taker up the ramp.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
But see, if they've got that segment planned where Hogan's gonna run over the bike, then he needs to get the bike backstage.
See, that could have been pre-taped.
Because did Hogan knock it off the bike to, like... I'm pretty sure...
He did, then he came back and got on the bike.
So, I mean, he must have thought, oh, fuck, I need this bike backstage. So, I don't know what they could have done. Maybe he thought, I'll chase him back and then we'll go to the commercial. And then during the commercial, some Taker can come back out and get the bike up the fucking ramp. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they would have done, but it looks... I mean, yeah, it was funny. Like, you know, I mean, it was a massive botch, like, but it wasn't like showrooning, like, you know, it was still alright. Then so the bike's destroyed at this stage. Fucking big truck runs over it, boom. Then with RVD and Jeff Hardy versus Booker T and Eddie Guerrero, Goldust comes out, tries to help Booker T's team pick up the win, ends up costing him. Eddie Guerrero gets hit with a swanton frog splash that just kind of looked off. I mean, Jeff Hardy hit it too much and RVD didn't really hit it enough. I mean, Jeff Hardy normally he kind of lands on his tailbone, so his upper back's going across the person. Yeah. But here, he just like landed on Eddie Guerrero, and then I don't know if that put RVD off, because Jeff Hardy, because he didn't get as much distance. Maybe RVD didn't have enough room to hit the frog splash, and then RVD kind of hits the legs of Guerrero. But anyway, it was a decent match.
And Goldust flying over the top was brilliant.
Taking it fucking. Then we get Terry discussing Molly Holly backstage. Then with Ric Flair saying to Arn Anderson he thinks Bradshaw's up to something, and Arn Anderson at this stage is thinking.
This is the most depressed he actually was throughout the whole night.
Arn Anderson?
Yep.
Nice. I'm getting depressed watching him. Then with the Terry versus Molly swimsuit competition, some good stuff for the King here. Molly Holly came out and had like flippers as well, and what the fuck. What leaves to the back and then hits Terry with a flipper, so Terry wins. That's what it is. Ric Flair finds Bradshaw. Bradshaw tells Flair, you know, not to worry about him being the mole. He doesn't owe him a damn thing, and that him and Austin are going to kick NWO ass tonight, and Ric Flair can either join them or he can't.
Go home.
So then they all come out basically. NWO come out. Bradshaw comes out, Ric Flair comes out. Then we don't get Austin. What we get is Taker backstage finding his bike. So where the fuck did Taker go originally?
What the fuck is that all about?
Because see when Hogan ran it over, I thought Taker was maybe there but just didn't come out. But then when you see it, it's almost as if Taker didn't even know that Hogan was offering him it. Hogan was threatening him.
Yeah.
It's like he didn't even have the dilemma whether he should come out and save his bike. So then he tries to get it out, doesn't get it, picks up a big massive crate, which are heavy, and he just tosses it.
Big pallet.
Big pallet.
The pallet prick.
Then we get a limo arriving, and it's fucking Kevin Nash, and you're thinking, oh yes, Kevin Nash is back. But the thing is, this is the last you see of Kevin Nash.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, what fucking sense did this make? I mean, seeing you break it down, like there's a bit of a few, like what was fucking Kevin Nash turn up for? He didn't even...
They were trying so hard to put you off Flair going to turn heel, but yet he stands in the ring for about half an hour, ready to hit Austin with a chair shot.
Well, I guess that's the only reason. Maybe they have Nash there, so you think they're going to get a run in for Nash, but then you don't. So I mean, it was an alright match. It was basically just a beatdown of Bradshaw. Bradshaw gets chokeslammed through the announce table. Flair's lying on the outside down. It's Austin against NWO 3-on-1. Hits a couple of double stunners. Then he beats up the Big Show. Ric Flair brings a chair in. Austin's trying to get the ref back in. Austin's about to beat the Big Show. Then Flair gets the chair and hits Austin with it. So obvious this was coming. I mean, that's the thing I'll say. See, like a Ric Flair and Hogan. See, whenever they're doing a turn like this and they've got a weapon, they make it fucking obvious.
Aye.
I mean, it's really not that hard.
Because they never really did this in the
No,
80s.
thinky turns like that have been done by guys now, and you just don't really see it coming. Like
think about when Michael switched in music. There was The Rock in that match on SmackDown.
You never seen that coming.
I mean, this is literally.
Austin turning it in the Alliance. Austin turning on Team WWF.
Yeah, I know.
It's like seeing you see Hogan and Flair do stuff. I guess you do see it coming a mile away because Austin's trying to get the ref in the ring, and all you hear is the crowd booing, and you don't see nothing.
They're not booing Austin.
But they're booing because Ric Flair's poised to hit Austin. Like, how the fuck? I mean, why was Big Show not getting back to his feet?
I know.
And Ric Flair's like lining up Big Show, and then you know what I mean? Like then it hits him. I don't get it. Anyway, hits him with the chair. Starts beating him over the braces with it, the knees with it, and then he says Austin Backlash or whatever the pay-per-view is, Judgment Day. It's going to be you versus me in the Big Show. I actually thought it was Austin versus Flair, Big Show, and X-Pac, but maybe it gets changed. I don't know.
I just much rather Austin Flair.
I don't think Hall will be there. That's for sure.
Why the fuck is Big Show in the match?
And then we didn't even get Kevin Nash either. So who's going to be in the NWO next week? Is Ric Flair a member, or is he just? We don't know. Is Nash back? Is Hall gone? Find out what happens next week. Overall, I liked it. It was a good draw.
I just realised Raw doesn't even have tag titles.
No.
The fucking outsiders could have the titles.
I thought this was. I like this. I'm getting an 8.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything bad, but there was quite a lot of botches.
Yeah, but it was like a fast-paced show. It was fast-moving, and I thought there was a lot of good stuff.
Yes, so 8 out of 10 for me, 8 for him. Till SmackDown.
Peace.